Leigh and Sean Tuohy were portrayed as the perfect adoptive parents in 2009's The Blind Side. But was it all a lie? Michael Oher's new allegations about the Tuohys has many questioning their motives. Michael Oher's adoption story took the world by storm after the inspiring film The Blind Side debuted in theaters in 2009. The film depicted Oher's journey with the Tuohy family, specifically Leigh Tuohy, who ultimately helped him go from homeless to a professional NFL player.
Never had one before.
What, a room to yourself?
A bed.
The film was originally based on a non-fiction book titled The Blind Side by Michael Lewis. Though the book wasn't solely focused on Oher and the Tuohys, their story stole the spotlight in writer-director John Lee Hancock's eyes. After the film was released, many were in awe of the Tuohy family and how they welcomed Oher with open arms. It truly seemed like he was the missing piece to their puzzle. Leigh even shared with ABC how they instantly knew the Baltimore Ravens star would be part of their family. She told the outlet, "We all fell madly in love with him, probably within 48 hours. He was an instant part of this family." The entire story seemed too good to be true, and it might have been. In August 2023, Oher alleged that the Tuohys never adopted him, but instead put him under a conservatorship, which allowed them to make business deals for him. Beyond that, Oher is also claiming that he never received any of the benefits that the rest of the family did from the success of the film version of The Blind Side. According to ESPN, Oher alleges that Leigh and Sean ensured that their two biological children received millions in royalties from the film. As for Oher, he claims he received zero compensation for a film that wouldn't have been made without his story. Despite Oher's claim, Sean Tuohy has denied the allegations. He told the Daily Memphian, "It's upsetting to think we would make money off any of our children, but we're going to love Michael at 37, just like we loved him at 16. When the Tuohys invited Michael Oher into their home, they had to develop a new perspective on what it's like to raise an African-American son. The Tuohys also admitted to encountering racist remarks when they adopted Oher. Leigh even told CNN in 2012 that racism is still alive and well. However, Leigh Tuohy has also revealed that she grew up in a racist family. When Memphis City schools desegregated in 1973, her father made sure she would not attend a school with African-American children. So what made Leigh change? She can't exactly pinpoint a moment in her life, but she does give some credit to her husband, Sean. Leigh told the New York Times Magazine, "I married a man who doesn't know his own color." As for how she came to supposedly adopt an African-American child, Leigh was simply helping someone in need, according to the New York Times Magazine. But given the recent allegations brought by Oher, some are questioning the Tuohys' motives. There's even a critical scene in The Blind Side where we see Oher being questioned by the NCAA regarding whether or not his relationship with the Tuohys was authentic. And although the film briefly touched on the subject, there was much more to the story. According to Shortform, there were rumors claiming that the Tuohys were one of the many rich white Southern couples who were adopting poor African-American kids so that they would play football at their alma mater. Not long after Oher decided to commit to Ole Miss, an investigation into Sean and Leigh ensued. The NCAA investigator, Joyce Thompson, spent 5 hours with Oher and Sean questioning the football star's relationship with the Tuohys. The investigation played with Oher's head, and he began wondering whether Sean and Leigh's intentions were pure.
Why'd you do this for me?
What?
Everything. Was it for you or was it for me?
Nearly a month after the first investigation, Thompson returned to question Oher for a second time. After grilling the football star, Thompson turned to Sean for some answers. The businessman offered insight into how Oher became a part of their family and what they knew about him. Their story seemed like enough because the NCAA dropped the investigation. Still, with the new allegations brought by Oher, the couple's authenticity is being questioned once again.